Every day, we walk past people who look incredibly successful, the latest smartphone in their hand, designer logos on their clothes, coffee that costs more than an hour of work, and social media feeds filled with perfect lives. And without realizing it, our brain makes a dangerous assumption: they've made it. But here is the uncomfortable truth most people never say out loud: a huge number of people who look rich are actually drowning in debt, stress, and silent financial anxiety. The real problem isn't lack of money. The real problem is the lies we tell ourselves to feel successful. Lies that sound harmless. Lies that everyone around us repeats. Lies that slowly steal our future while making us look impressive today. And the scariest part, most of us don't even realize we're lying to ourselves. We live in a world where success is judged in seconds. What phone you use, what car you drive, where you eat, what you post. Nobody asks how much you've saved, how much debt you carry, or how many sleepless nights you spend worrying about money. So we adapt. We spend to keep up. We upgrade to avoid feeling left behind. We convince ourselves that this lifestyle is normal, that everyone lives this way, that we'll figure it out later, and slowly, without noticing, appearance replaces stability, comfort replaces planning, and validation replaces freedom. This video isn't about blaming anyone, because we've all done this at some point. It is about exposing the financial lies that feel good in the moment, but quietly destroy long-term security. Because real success isn't loud, flashy, or posted online. Real success is invisible. It's peace of mind, control over your choices, and a future that isn't built on pretending. Today, we're uncovering the financial lies we tell ourselves to look successful, and why recognizing them might be the most important money decision you ever make. Most people believe that looking rich is the same thing as being rich, but that belief is one of the most expensive lies we ever accept. We're surrounded by visual signals of success every single day: expensive phones, branded clothes, luxury cars, aesthetic CAFS, perfectly edited social media posts. Our brain connects these images with financial stability, but the reality is often the opposite. Many people spend everything they earn just to maintain an image. The car is financed, the phone is on installments, the lifestyle is borrowed. Real wealth usually doesn't announce itself, because people who are financially secure don't need validation from strangers. They don't need to prove anything. The danger of this lie is that it pushes us to prioritize appearances over fundamentals. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" we ask, "How will this make me look?" Over time, this mindset trains us to chase approval rather than stability. And while the outside may look impressive, the inside is often filled with stress, anxiety, and constant pressure to keep up the illusion. Looking rich is easy. Being rich requires patience, discipline, and the willingness to look ordinary while building something real. Another common lie we tell ourselves is, "I deserve this lifestyle." After a long day or a hard week, spending money feels like a reward. We tell ourselves we've earned it. A better phone, nicer clothes, frequent eating out, upgrades that feel justified. Because life is stressful, and while self-reward isn't wrong, the problem starts when rewards become habits and habits become expectations. Slowly, comfort turns into entitlement. The lifestyle stops being occasional and becomes permanent, even if income doesn't support it. This lie feels especially convincing because it's emotional. It's not about numbers, it's about feelings. We use spending to cope with pressure, boredom, comparison, and sometimes insecurity. But money spent for emotional relief rarely brings lasting satisfaction. Instead, it creates a cycle where we need to spend more just to feel the same level of comfort. True financial maturity is understanding that not everything you can buy is something you should buy. Sometimes the real reward isn't consumption, it's restraint, progress, and knowing you're moving closer to freedom instead of further away from it. One of the most dangerous beliefs is, "I will start saving when I earn more." On the surface, it sounds logical. Why save now when income is low? Why not wait until things improve? But what most people don't realize is that income growth rarely fixes poor habits. As earnings increase, expenses usually increase even faster. A little more money brings a slightly better lifestyle, not financial security. People earning double their old salary often feel just as broke because their spending simply adjusted upward. Saving isn't about how much you earn. It's about how you manage what you already have. Waiting for the right time to start saving usually means never starting at all. This lie delays discipline and replaces it with hope, and hope without action is expensive. Even small amounts saved consistently matter more than large amounts saved occasionally. The habit is the foundation. Without it, higher income only creates higher stress and bigger financial mistakes. Debt has become so normalized that many people don't even question it anymore. Everyone has debt sounds comforting because it removes personal responsibility. Credit cards, easy installments, buy now, pay later options, all of them promise convenience today and push consequences into the future. This lie convinces people that as long as payments are manageable, everything is fine. But debt doesn't just cost money. It costs mental space. It limits choices, increases stress, and ties future income to past decisions. Not all debt is equal, but most consumer debt exists to fund a lifestyle rather than build long-term value. The danger is that normalized debt feels harmless until something goes wrong. Income drops, expenses rise, or emergencies appear. Then the illusion collapses. Financial freedom isn't about avoiding responsibility. It's about reducing unnecessary obligations so your money works for you, not against you. Many people rely on the comforting thought, I'm young, I have time. Time feels unlimited when you're starting out, which makes delay feel harmless. But time is the one advantage that can never be recovered once it's wasted. Small financial decisions made early have a massive impact later, not because of effort, but because of consistency. Starting late doesn't just mean starting slower, it means working harder for the same result. This lie convinces people to postpone learning, planning, and discipline, assuming they'll catch up someday. But life really slows down to give second chances. Responsibilities grow, obligations multiply, and the freedom to experiment shrinks. Using time wisely doesn't mean sacrificing enjoyment. It means balancing today with tomorrow. The earlier you take control, the less pressure you'll feel later. The final lie is believing that once you hit a certain goal, everything will feel secure. A higher income, a new car, a better house, a certain bank balance. We attach peace of mind to milestones. But the finish line keeps moving. As soon as one goal is reached, another appears. Without systems, discipline, and clarity, progress feels temporary. Real security doesn't come from achievements. It comes from structure. It's built through habits that protect you even when things don't go as planned. The truth is uncomfortable, but powerful. Financial success isn't about arriving somewhere, it is about building something sustainable. And the moment you stop lying to yourself is the moment real progress begins. At the end of the day, the most dangerous financial mistakes aren't the ones we make because we don't know better, they're the ones we make because we convince ourselves they don't matter. The lies we talked about today don't feel like lies when everyone around us is repeating them. They feel normal. They feel justified. But normal doesn't mean safe, and popular doesn't mean smart. Real financial success is quiet. It doesn't need approval, attention, or validation. It's the ability to say no without feeling insecure, to sleep without worrying about bills, and to build a future that isn't held together by appearances. If even one of these lies felt uncomfortably familiar, that's not a bad thing, that's awareness. And awareness is where real change starts. If you want honest conversations about money, success, and the realities nobody posts online, make sure you subscribe to Money Uncovered. This channel exists to cut through the noise and expose the truth behind financial illusions. How you can build something real, not something that just looks successful.